Now on CoastTV News.
Neighbors react to shots fired outside a Sussex County high school. We'll break down the damage and the charges.
Rental tax increase, how rental property owners feel about this change in Rehoboth Beach.
The response center in Ocean City has been busy. How many wild animals they've helped in saving coming up.
And we're bracing for some strong winds and heavy downpours for this evening. I'll have the latest on what I'm tracking and how this could affect you.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
We're looking live outside into Laurel. You can see those gray skies and raindrops on our camera lens. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Dreary out there. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with weather. Our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, has called this a first alert weather day. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening to you, Charlie and Mallory. And the reason why is because we have very gusty winds and steady downpours. Although the storm might have been a little late to the party, it's here and it's partying real hard, so to speak, in a meteorological standpoint. We see this line that's pushing through at this present time that's sliding towards the east pretty steadily at approximately 15 to 20 miles per hour. We have no severe thunderstorm warnings or anything like that, but we do have situations here where we're looking at the conditions that are reminiscent of a spring-like setup. Now, we actually have a wind advisory that's been issued for our area. This will stay in effect until about 4 o'clock for Thursday. Now, a wind advisory throughout the inland area is letting us know that we're bracing for about 40 mile per hour wind gust to occur. And a lot of this is really going to get cranked up between 7 and 9 o'clock for this evening. Now, we also have additional wind advisories that's in effect for Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, and Worcester counties. This is of Girdletree, Wellborn, Pocomoke City, Whiteburg, East Westover, Bullbeggar, Chincoteague, all of these areas, once again, dealing with very gusty winds. Now, this means that you have to either make sure if you have some, things that are not secured down that can be thrown down the street or anything like that, that's the kind of wind that we're talking about. We're not talking fly the kite kind of stuff. In addition to that, we have a gale wind upgraded to warning along the coast. This is talking about 45 to 50 mile per hour winds along the coast for us in Sussex, as well as throughout portions of down towards Maryland. Now, this is a wider view of this. This is just the first wave. You have second and third wave that's going to push through here as well. Now, as far as what we're expecting for tonight, at 7 o'clock, we're looking for heavy showers to hit Willards, Ocean Pines, and Ocean Neck. Then we're looking for another reinforcing line to hit at about 8:30. This is what we're going to be tracking for tonight. And this isn't all. Believe it or not, guys, after we deal with this storm, Mallory, then we're going to have to deal with a sharp drop in temps.
Look out for that, Paul. Thank you. We are learning more about a shooting that happened at Sussex Central High School Tuesday night. It took place towards the end of a basketball game against Cape. The Indian River School District says in a statement that the shots fired damaged the main entrance door and front window at the Howard T. Ennis School across the street. Delaware State Police says a 15-year-old Sussex Central student is facing 5 felony charges. A neighbor who lives nearby says this is heartbreaking.
We have a heart issue in America. When young people would just soon grab a gun and defend an argument with a gun, as opposed to when we grew up, we used to have a little scuffle, a little fist fight, and it was over with, and you were friends.
The student police say fired the gun has been committed to the Stevenson House Detention Center on an $82,000 secured bond. In a statement to CoastTV, the school district said, quote, "The safety of students, families, and spectators is our top priority. We appreciate the assistance of Delaware State Police and are fully cooperating with this ongoing investigation," end quote.
New today, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, a titan of American politics, has announced that he will step down from the helm of the Republican conference later this year, ending his time as the longest-serving leader in Senate history. The 82-year-old suggested that he would finish out his term as senator. That doesn't end until January 2026. In announcing his decision, McConnell noted that the toll on his family following the recent death of his sister-in-law, Angela Chow, played a role. An election to replace him will happen in November, with his successor taking charge in January. And former President Trump's legal team filed paperwork today saying it would be, quote, impossible for the former president to post the full amount of the judgment against him, and they've asked the court for a reduced amount. The former president's lawyers are asking to be allowed to post just $100 million. That's a fraction of the $464 million he, his sons, and his company were ordered to pay in the civil fraud case in New York State. Without the lowered bond amounts, Trump's lawyers say that in the filing, quote, properties would likely need to be sold or raise capital under exigent circumstances, and there'd be no way to recover any property sold following a successful appeal, unquote. The office of the New York Attorney General opposes the request.
President Biden's son Hunter faces fierce critics today in closed-door testimony before two House committees, both looking for evidence to impeach his father. House Republicans claim the Bidens used the president's brand to gain lucrative business dealings. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how both the president and his son deny the claim and why Republicans have not offered concrete evidence to back it up.
Hunter, what do you hope to tell the committee today?
After months of back and forth, Hunter Biden today finally giving a closed-door deposition on Capitol Hill, fiercely refuting House Republicans' claims that President Biden was involved in his son's business dealings. In his prepared opening remarks, Hunter Biden telling leaders of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees, quote, "For more than a year, your committees have hunted me in your partisan political pursuit of my dad. You have trafficked in innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism." Republican Oversight Chairman James Comer saying the investigation does not end with this deposition.
As long as we keep getting you information in, we're going to continue to pursue.
But Chairman Comer did not directly answer what evidence exists that Mr. Biden took official action as either president or vice president to benefit his family's businesses. Just last week, a former FBI informant, Alexander Smirnov, was charged with fabricating claims about a bribery scheme involving Hunter and President Biden that had become central to the impeachment inquiry into the president. Prosecutors say Smirnov had close ties to Russian intelligence. Even some Republicans skeptical that there's evidence to support an impeachable offense. Democrats pointing to testimony from past business associates confirming the president was not involved in his son's business ventures.
Our colleagues would do best at this point to fold up the circus tent and allow us to focus on something that would actually be of benefit to American people.
The deposition comes as a partial government shutdown looms at the end of the day Friday, with no deal to fund the government in sight. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Raising the rate on rental tax earlier this month, Rehoboth Beach bumped up the charge from 6 to 7%. This was the same meeting where they decided to charge more for parking as well. All of this part of a $4.4 million deficit in the city's proposed $37 million budget for the 2025 fiscal year. One rental property owner in Rehoboth Beach is scared that if the city keeps finding ways to charge visitors more, some of them might stop coming to the beach altogether.
But will they return next year when they realize that that's going up? That's yet to be seen.
The city says the 7% tax, the increase, will go into effect on April 1st, 2024.
Happening tonight, the city of Milford is hosting a workshop aimed at finding a location for a pallet village that would house the homeless. This discussion began in January. At the same time, City Council will also consider what to do with the old police station. This workshop starts at 6 p.m. Our CoastTV News reporter Charles Reiner will explain the possible locations for the pallet village on CoastTV News at 6.
And this brings us right into our CoastTV poll. We want to know, do you think pallet villages are actually a good way to address homelessness? Let's take a look at the results.
So far, looking at the screen, 62% of people who voted in our poll say yes, it is a good way to address homelessness, while 38% say no.
If you have a thought on this, if you have a feeling on this, if you want to be involved, go vote at coasttv.com or use our CoastTV mobile app.
In traffic news, look out for shoulder and intermittent lane closures in Selbyville. DelDOT says road repairs are happening on Route 113 between Clendaniel Avenue and the Gumboro Road starting March 11th. This will last through the end of June.
Happening now, Bethany Beach Town Council is gearing up to fill a council vacancy left by Councilman Lou Kilmer's resignation. A special meeting slated for March 15th where the council members will elect a successor to complete Kilmer's term. That runs until September 2024. Aspiring council members should submit their interest letters, including their background, vision for the town, and potential contributions to the council. The deadline is March 8th to turn in those letters in Town Hall.
If you didn't know, the National Aquarium Stranding Response Center has been operational for a few months now in Ocean City. It has proven to be a significant aid to sea animals. The center cared for 3 wild animals before their transfer to the National Aquarium in Baltimore. The Stranding Response Center and triage manager describes the local facility as a game changer.
Having this space here to be able to triage an animal and actually provide some basic medical care right here along the Atlantic coast before they're making that long trek to Baltimore has kind of been a game changer for us this season.
This facility adds valuable time to provide critical care to animals in need before they're taken to Baltimore.
Coming up, make waves this summer with Rehoboth Beach Patrol. Learn how the upcoming lifeguard tryouts are going.
Embrace for blustery conditions for tonight and freezing, no kidding, a freezing feeling for tomorrow morning.
But first, why Boeing faces a tight 90-day deadline from the FAA to overhaul its safety and quality controls. That's up next.
For decades, John B. Parsons has been a sanctuary tailored to the needs of its residents. We are excited to now bring the same award-winning care to your home with Harrison Health at Home. Our family of experienced caregivers can help you maintain your independence in the comfort of your own home. Or, following an incident, our Bridge to Home program can help you with a temporary assisted living stay and personalized transition plan to get you back home. Harrison Senior Living, our family taking care of yours for 50 years.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers, because we're Delmarva proud.
After generations, Wheel still hits right.
We're very competitive when Wheel of Fortune is on.
Could be trouble.
Yeah, if he got it before I did.
Living on the edge, and we're keeping you together.
That's right, one big happy family.
Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
On the next Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions, it all comes down to a fantastic finish.
10,000. Okay, that's a big wager.
Next Jeopardy!
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
The woman who says she was swindled out of $70,000 by a guy she met on a dating site. Next, Inside Edition. She says she was taken by his handsome looks. But what she says happened next will have you asking, what was she thinking?
He exploited me.
Then, it's being sold across the USA.
It has the potential to destroy anybody.
Why some are calling it gas station heroin. Next, Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
90 days. That's how long the Federal Aviation Administration said Boeing has to come up with a plan to address quality and safety issues. The FAA said the plan must lead to a measurable systemic shift in manufacturing quality control. This comes after a report released Monday found employees did not understand their role in safety and feared retaliation for raising concerns. The panel that reported on those shortcomings recommended Boeing address those issues within 6 months. The FAA's new directive sets a faster timeline.
New today, multiple media outlets report Apple has abandoned its decade-long effort to build a self-driving electric car. Bloomberg reports many employees working on the project are going to be moved to the company's artificial intelligence division. Electric vehicle sales have been disappointing in the U.S., prompting several major manufacturers to pull back on investments. Apple never confirmed long-running speculation that it would make an EV, but it has taken several steps over the past 10 years that suggested it was serious about car efforts. Apple has not publicly commented on the reports. It's pulling the plug on this project.
Toyota is recalling about 381,000 Tacoma trucks due to a part that can separate from the rear axle. Some 2022 and 23 model years are affected. According to Toyota, the recall involves welding debris left on the ends of the axles that can cause some bolts to loosen or even fall off over time. That can affect stability and brake performance. Toyota has not said if there have been any accidents or injuries related to the issue. Customers will be notified by mail in late April if their car needs to be repaired.
Gale force winds are gearing up. More on the bad weather that's headed our way coming up in just a moment.
Get your camera ready to snap QR codes that reveal big savings during Toyota's President's Event, where special low APR financing can mean thousands in savings on a growing number of in-stock SUVs. Right now, get a RAV4 or Highlander with low 3.99% APR, plus special President's Event savings of $500 Toyota Finance Cash. Visit buyatoyota.com to find President's Event deals on your favorite vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Get covered from the rain with a free CoastTV umbrella. Simply enter at coasttvumbrella.com for a chance to win. Then catch CoastTV News weekdays to see if you've won. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
All new Drew.
An 80s dance party with Drew and the real boy George. Plus the bodacious dudette, Chloe Kleinman.
Thursday at noon on Coast TV.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Before you're lulled into a false sense of security, let me make this very clear. The storms will get stronger as we progress throughout the rest of the night. This is just the beginning. Our Tyndall's casual furniture camera showing that we have obviously more than enough rain is falling there in Laurel. We have the temperatures right now in the 50s, and the dew point temperature is elevated as well, which is also a marker of the potential of bad weather we could have. I'll take a look at that in a moment just as well. Now we're going to stay in the 50s, and we're going to stay under the thralls of scattered showers and the possibility of thunderstorms in some isolated pockets. Real quickly, as a summary, we have spring-like showers happening for right now and for this evening. Then immediately following it tomorrow morning, winter temps for late tonight. We're going to drop into the 20s after this rain, which if there's any puddle nets going on, we will have some freezing, some frozen roads as a result of that. And then the temperatures will try to rebound over the weekend and go back above the norm for this time of the year. So first of all, let's check and see where are we as far as severe weather is concerned. Severe weather from the National Weather Service, we're at level 1, which is marginal, but it's just outside of our immediate area. But because this is happening in the winter season, you got to take the green seriously because of the season. All right. In the spring or the summer, the green's not all that big a deal. I don't make a big whoop about it. But when it's happening and it's still wintertime, that's a big deal and worth noting. We have a line of storms that's pushing through right now, embedded thunderstorms, heavier showers along Highway 9 as well as 113, particularly over Long Neck and just north of Ocean Pines. Now, this is traveling to the east, approximately 20 to 25 miles per hour. And we have very gusty winds associated with it. Gale wind warnings, 45 mile per hour winds along the coast and 40 mile per hour winds inland. Temperatures right now, we're in the 60s. 61 Millsboro, 60 degrees in Milton, Milford, Lewis, Greenwood. Then, when you take that and take a look at the actual dew point temperatures, they are in the 50s. Now, we're already at that point where we get some heavy showers. Now, if the dew point temperatures were in the 60s, I'd be sounding every bell and whistle we have, because that would mean we would be watching out for severe thunderstorms or tornadoes. But it's in the 50s, so that's why we got to watch what's going on here. Because take a look at what happens at 7 o'clock according to our modeling. Heavy showers in Salisbury, Willards, Ocean Pines. Look at all that red here. That's indicating where we're going to see some thunderstorm activity at 7 o'clock. Once again, the storms are just starting. Then there's another wave. It's going to come through at 8:30 right here through Seaford, north of Georgetown. This is the line where we have the distinct cold front that's going to push through. And that's when the winds are going to change directions dramatically from the southwest out of the northwest, indicating the push of that cold front. And then behind it, things will calm down quickly because it's going to become icy cold after the rain. Remember that, icy cold after the rain. The winds out of the southwest for now, and the wind gusts, we've had 36 to 38 mile per hour wind gusts in some areas, and we've tracked some wind gusts in other areas too, from Del Mar to Laurel Jones Crossroads up to 31 mile per hour winds there. So the winds have just started to pick up. Our future gusts, we're looking at possibly out of the southwest, 30-something miles per hour, and then shifting directions. All right, we're looking at it continue to push out of the northwest. As far as the amount of rain, 1/10 of an inch of rain for us in Georgetown, and we've had not much in the way of rain accumulation thus far, but it's on the way here. Now, please keep in mind, we're looking at this strong line at 8 o'clock. It's going to push through, and then we'll see things clear out, and we'll become much colder after that. Just how cold are we talking about? Well, take a look at this. We're looking at dropping to the low 20s for tomorrow morning. That's how dramatic it's going to change. Tonight, 31, breezy and blustery scattered showers. Tomorrow, a cold start to the day and 43. Then Friday, 51, feeling some relief. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Thank you, Paul. Let's think about those nicer summer days down the road. Calling all lifeguard hopefuls and seasonal job seekers, Rehoboth Beach Patrol is on the lookout for new members to join their team with tryouts scheduled across 3 locations in the coming weeks. If you're 16 or older by Memorial Day, CPR and first aid certified, this could be your summer job calling. Tryouts include a mix of swimming, running, push-ups, sit-ups, all the things I don't want to do right now. It starts on March 9th at Sussex Academy, followed by sessions on March 16th at Sussex County YMCA and April 13th at Lake Forest High School in Felton.
We salute Joseph Chester. With a commendable 22 years of dedicated service in the Marine Corps, Joseph has exemplified unwavering commitment and bravery. Following his distinguished military career, he has continued to serve with honor as a Maryland State Police officer for over 19 years, demonstrating his steadfast dedication to public service and community safety.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
It's Tommy Bahama Month at Johnny Janosic. Explore the casual and comfortable take on luxury living. And for a limited time, take 50% off list prices on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington home furnishings. Create the look you've dreamed of at our lowest prices of the year. Transform your home into an everlasting utopia with the top-selling brands on everyone's wish list. Your paradise awaits. Shop Tommy Bahama Month for a limited time only at all Johnny Janosic locations.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
You ready for this?
We are gathered here today to celebrate of Casey, Sylvie Brett.
No matter how far you go, we'll always be your home.
You okay treating an old buddy?
He has lung cancer, but he won't get treatment. I'm trying to leave. Man.
Move! He's been missing 3 hours.
The MO matches the previous abductions. Boy!
Chicago Wednesday, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast wine. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert weather team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The Coast TV First Alert weather team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Georgetown's agricultural community is inviting to participate in an upcoming Sussex Conservation District meeting. It takes place at the Vander Wendy Evans Conservation Center and aims to gather input on USDA Farm Bill programs. Local conservation priorities will also be discussed. This free event is going to be held on March 26th. The session starts at 9 a.m. and there is both in-person and virtual options.
People in Berlin are invited to take a stand against invasive species. This invasive vine workshop and cleanup event is on Saturday, March 2nd at Stephen Decatur Park. The focus will be on removing English ivy to preserve local trees. The hands-on event runs from 9:30 to 11:45 a.m. Register by February 29th, tomorrow, on the town's website. Bring your own tools if you have them, as the town says supplies are limited. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Erica says she wants me to eviscerate you tonight.
Erica Jane is here just before the Beverly Hills Housewives reunion goes off the rails. Kyle's split, Sutton's sudden health crisis. She unpacks it all. Next Extra.
Tomorrow at 11:30 on Coast TV.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Magic Johnson shares legendary stories.
That was really Michael calling you.
No! Plus, Nicole Avant's powerful memoir.
I hear her every day.
Thursday at 2 on Coast TV.
After generations, real still hits right.
We're very competitive and Wheel of Fortune is on.
We're keeping you together.
One big happy family.
Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV.
Bit of a dreary background for us, courtesy of our gutter helmet camera and ocean view. We have the winds out of the west, and we're looking for scattered showers to continue throughout the night. This is the latest look at what's happening with our radar. We have one line that's pushing through, some additional lines that are on the way. That's going to be tracking across our neck of the woods. Between 7 and 9 o'clock is when I'm expecting the worst of the storms to hit our immediate area. So I need you to stay weather mindful of what you're doing outside, if you have to be outside at all. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. After that cold start tomorrow morning, we warm up nicely.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, for more of our content, you can download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight at Coast TV at 6. Have a great evening.